Okay, let's say a prayer, and I'm going to say it in my language. So pray in your own way that the Creator is going to help you to learn what you come for. So I'm going to pray, and He'll help all of you too to learn this language. That someday you'll be able to teach the younger people, because we won't always be around. As I said, there's very few of us that know this language fluently. So with that, I'll begin. Amachbia wakantanga, kenechin ambuyak, ubinechin pinauya. Nechach daedu nechin, uchasta ne naujivine, nakot I abinechin, uspe unchawakintine. O winchagiam, togada gia ish nakot I abin. Togada gia ish, muspe unchakia bisea nechin ushia wachawagia. Nechin ushi dagude, a chuma sheep hande chunk de wasane. Dagu nechin lakwaj at jeshingsne. Wakantang machtia makoche ko nishnani yuhini tanchanich. Nechin ushu na hink nechin. Nako winchakando. Mako winchokangane, nakon iabiko, wana dagu nishi ayache. Nechin wichashta nechin iabi chingabi neho. Uspe unchawakiene, omangia hink. Nechin togada gia iabi sel nechin ushiawa chawadi. Aye. Okay. Anybody have an idea what I just said?
Help us speak Assiniboine, because I remember that term. Hobby? Did you say hobby?
Yeah.
Hobby?
I said, I thank the Creator for another day that He's given us. And then I said, I said, these people that are standing here, I said, we're pitiful. Help us. I said, help me to teach them too, that someday, I said, that they'll learn and that they'll be able to teach the younger people. Because, I said, our language and our culture is going, it's kind of wasting away. It's just down the road, because we need to keep this up. That's how I feel. So, let's begin. Go ahead, you guys. Introduce yourself, because I don't know that this girl here.
My name is Dominic Messerly. My Indian name is Wastawa, means bobtail bear in Malani, both tribes, and grew up here at Fort Dominic.
My name is Ray Seahose. My Grovot name is Bay Pony. It's a Ba'ane. And so I learned a lot of that from my grandma, but I have Nakota in me too from my Walker side, so I will pick up both languages as much as I can while it's still here.
Jessie Oshambo. My Assiniboine name is Tungahodoya, Grabafon.
Michael Hornweasel. Everybody knows me by Michael Weasel, but my original last name is Hornweasel. That's my great-grandfather. Chaje Mateo Chingosha Makia. I said that my name is Redbreast. That's how we say it in Assiniboine. Chingosha, Redbreast. So I don't know how they say. I know I asked Harris how you say my name is Michael Weasel. So Ashiju, I don't know. I'd have to ask you. There's another way of introduction like that. Would you be able to teach us that? How we'd say that tonight?
Okay. Yem chajene. Amba hiya we mangia. Then muspe unchawa kidene.
Let me write it up there? Let me write it up there?
Wait,
Okay, yeah.
what I said, my name is Daywalking Woman. I'm here to teach you folks the Assiniboine language, but my English name is Garaldine Rutherford. So what I'd like to begin with is, what did you guys learn last Wednesday? I mean, what all entailed in this?
You mean when Harris was here?
With Harris' class.
Well, actually, you guys can go first.
he he taught me another word for two other beings there. She, oh man, she, his first child. I can't remember how to say it.
First what?
The first son.
First, Togahe Chihink. First son, Togahe Chihink. First son. Is that how he said it, or?
No, he said it as if. You have the notes from.
I do,
Okay,
but that was what I just wrote down, the second session right there. That's all I wrote.
Okay, it was.
well, if you remember it, you can, was you here the last class? Okay, and what did you learn? I mean, the whole purpose is of this last Monday when I taught them, I told them that, they wanted to learn how to pray. And they wanted to learn how to, address each other? Or what was it?
Well, it was, his priority was the first session was learn how to pray.
Yeah,
That was, and the second priority was how to introduce yourself.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that was the two priorities.
So that's what, rather than us sitting here like saying boy, girl, I got all the material for that. But the important, what I want to teach you folks is what you want to learn. So that's, like he wants to learn how to pray. And he wants to learn how to introduce himself to people. Is that it?
Well, I'm going off his priorities.
Oh,
Because,
prayer too.
yeah, I know a little more Assiniboine than probably everybody here.
Yeah.
So I want to learn more and more and get
Yeah.
better at it.
So did Grandpa Harris, did you guys tell him what he say, add any more to what you guys learned? Or-
Well, go ahead, you could go next.
Oh, he told us a lot of stories last week. Different, about, he just told us about like how our people used to do stuff back then versus how it is today. Compared past and present.
He used he told us stories, like he told us a Adobe story, and then he also told us a story about how this guy shot a pig, and then they misinterpreted the word. The guy cussed at him and said "God damn." They said in Dakota, "God damn" means ricochet.
Oh, yeah.
And so he thought that guy was telling him he ricocheted that shot, and he said, "No, I got it." So
Yeah,
he told us how some of the Dakota words are the same as English words. Some of them,
Okay.
like he said, I don't even want to say that other one.
He was mostly introduction, that's what it was, and then
Yeah.
they went into them stories. He taught us a word, Wincha Knuda. I don't know if I'm pronouncing right, giant. Wincha Knuda. Knuda.
Knuda,
Yeah,
which means what?
maybe I'm not pronouncing right. X Knuda. Giant? Did you guys write that down?
Yeah,
Knuda.
Yeah.
he said it's a
Chuck
big man,
Knuda.
but he likes the taste of man or something.
Food.
with Food.
Food is that Knuda.
Knuda means eat.
Yeah. Is that eat right there then?
Winchak
Man,
Knuda means, is that what it is? Winchak Knud?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Winchak Knuda is, like a cannibal.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what they call the giant.
Uh-huh. And there's another word for cannibal too in Assiniboine. It's I know some people say shikhan,
Oh, I heard that term a long time ago.
They don't say that word anymore. Shukran. They always say,
Shikhan.
you scare us with that
Yeah.
term.
You know, when they tell stories about cannibals, you know,
Yeah.
Shikhan was he don't know. Yeah, I can't remember too many stories about, that, but, so, what do you wanna do tonight? You wanna add more to this prayer, or you want a story and then go to this?
Maybe we should repeat that to you first. Well, this is my suggestion.
Yeah,
Repeat that to you, then probably, your priority was to pray. Did you wanna go more into, learn another phrase to pray or
Yeah.
introduce,
okay,
introduction?
yeah, we could do that.
Well, this is what I remembered is Wakantanka, Omagiawo, Hink,
Ushimana,
Oshimanawo,
yeah,
Hink,
yep,
Omagiawo.
yeah.
or
Ambanen, no.
Ambanen.
Let me say it to you, and then you can, what's it? Wakantanga, Ushimana, Hink, Ambanen, Omagia.
So would be the feminine? She wouldn't say the woe part?
No, she wouldn't.
She wouldn't say the woe part?
Omagia. You just say Omagia. Help me, Woe means, it's a man's phrase, so you don't say that.
Can you say it again, please?
Hmm?
Can you say it again one more time?
Sure. Wakantanga, Ushimana, Hink, Ambanen, Omagia.
Whoa.
Yeah. Omagia, whoa. Yeah. And then, what else do you want to add to this prayer? What do you want to say? You say, you said, pity me this day and help me. Help you to what? To what?
What do you guys wanna do? Learn more Assiniboine? Help me learn the Assiniboine? Nakoti Yahabi Omagia?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
that would be.
You
a
guys wanna
good
learn
one.
that term? You write it down on that board?
Yeah. Omagia hin nakon iabi.
Okay. Nakon?
Yeah, nakon iabi.
Iabi?
Yeah, iabi.
Iabi?
Yeah. Nakon iabi.
Omagia?
Nakon iabi watching. I want to learn Nakot. No, I want to learn Nakot, Assiniboine.
Okay. Nakon Iabi?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So what we would say is Wakantanga. Ushimana Amba then Nakot Iabi.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wait now. Nakot Iabi Uspema Kiabi.
Espe?
Yeah, Uspema Kiabi.
Espe?
Yeah, Uspema Kiabi. Amba then Uspema Kiabi.
Okay, this last one.
Yeah. Amba then Nakot Iabi Uspema Kiabi.
Malkenia?
Yeah,
Ken?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now, hang on,
Okay.
Oh, wait, let's put it this way.
Huh.
Let me think, I gotta think about
You
it
wanna
too.
do something? Or do the task?
Nakol Iabi Wachingene.
Watching?
I wanna talk Assiniboine.
Watching.
Yeah, Waching. Nakol Iabi Wachingene.
Ine.
Uh-huh,
Ine.
yeah, yeah. Nakol Iabi Waching, I want to talk Assiniboine.
Good.
Uh-huh,
Verstehe.
yeah,
Okay. Assiniboine is right here.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Iabi.
yeah, talk.
Talk.
Yeah,
Talk. Watching, I want.
I want to, yeah.
Want, okay. Ine,
Watching it, no.
So that's
This
all
is kind of, yeah.
a
yeah.
phrase, right?
Yeah, uh-huh, yeah.
Okay, right there. Did
So,
everybody see that?
that's kind of, yeah, everybody get that?
I'll write it down.
Yeah. Does that sound? Yeah.
Wow, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Nakon Iabi watching Ine,
yeah. Watching it, yeah.
Assiniboine talk I want.
Yeah.
Remember, they always,
Watching.
Yep.
In there.
Mm-hmm.
see how it's written?
Yeah.
That subject is always first,
Yeah.
then it's kind of descriptive.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
I get mixed up with that too, that
So
order.
whatever you're talking about's first, and then it gets,
Kind of descriptive.
yeah. Because they say that it's backwards, but
Yeah,
it's important, whatever you're talking about is first.
right,
so, yeah.
exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I don't wanna, get you guys too confused, so
Sure.
let's start with that.
Wakantanga, Oshi Mana Hink, Ambanin, Nakon, Iabi,
Watching it.
Wachinga,
Uh-huh. Watching it, Omangia,
Omagia.
yeah.
Whoa,
You would say that twice,
yeah. That Omagia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after that would be Omagia.
Again,
After
yeah,
that,
uh-huh, yeah.
again.
Omangia again, so that would be,
Further.
yeah, that'd be that. Omangia. Just the way, write it the way it sounds to you. Omangia,
Omagia.
Yeah.
Then for the masculine, it'd be
yeah.
woe for males.
Okay, so now, how we're gonna say, okay, now, you learned another phrase, so,
Hmm.
okay, tell me how you're gonna say it.
Wakantanka. Oshimana. Hink. Ambanen. Omagia wo. Nakota.
Omangia.
Om.
Nako Omangia.
Nikon.
Iabi.
Iabi.
Yeah.
Wachinga. Ina.
Yeah,
Omagia wo.
uh-huh,
Did I pronounce it all right?
yeah. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Wakantanga, Oshi Mana Hink, Ambanin, Nakon, Iabi,
Watching.
Wachinga,
Ne, Omangia.
Ne.
Omangia.
Omagia wo.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of, like I say, you guys, it's something, I don't wanna touch you guys too much. I
Yeah.
think that's something you can kind of think about too. Yeah,
So this here, this here, I would say after that.
right.
I'd say it twice.
Yeah.
Omagia wo,
Uh-huh.
Nakoni Ihabi,
Watching in there.
Wachinga Ine, Omagia wo, twice. Huh.
Mhm, yeah.
You guys want me to write the whole thing on the board, the whole thing?
Yes, please.
Yeah, write the whole thing on this board and then that we,
Practice it.
it's better for you guys to write it too, that way you understand what you're writing.
Yes.
If I'm up there to write it, my way of doing it might confuse you guys. So I think it's better if you write it the way it sounds to you, so.
And then also, when I'm done with these films, I'm gonna put them on a computer, and then I'm gonna upload them to a YouTube,
Uh-huh,
according to I'll write this on the board after we're done.
yeah,
It's a website for this linear program,
uh-huh,
and if you click on the date of the class, it'll repeat, you can hear you guys,
yeah, mhm,
just a review,
yeah,
how you guys can hear.
okay. After we kinda learned it, then I'll tell you guys a little story, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
My hair started laughing hard.
What'd he tell you about?
He told us about, he said when he was a little boy, he was one of only 4 or 5 Indian kids that went to school in Harlem and they taught him a cowboy song that he was gonna sing. And he said when they got home, his mom and his was talking to some old people, and they said, "What are the white people teaching you?" They told him in Indian, and so he said they taught me a cowboy song, and they said, "Well, show it to us." And he said he did the song, and the song said "Wahoo" or something like that after, and then so he did that, and then old ladies got embarrassed, but he didn't know what it meant, and his mom pulled him in there and cussed him out and told him that was a bad word.
Yeah, some bad words sound almost the same as, you know.
English.
Oh.
It was a lot of fun to hear him.
Yeah,
We stayed here till about 10 o'clock.
lot of, but he didn't tell you no Stormy stories?
He told us one about buffalo robe.
Oh,
We put on a rock.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the ducks.
Okay.
Naomi, is he just known for one thing?
Ihabi?
Yeah,
Ihabi?
uh-huh,
Speak? Talk.
yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
Wakan Tonka, Ushimana, Ambanen, Hink, Omagiawo, Lakota Ihabi, Wachinga Ina,
Huh,
Omagiawo.
uh-huh,
There it is, right there.
yep. Okay, now do the rest of you know what?
I get kind of confused because of the structure. That's what kind of confused me, but I know that the noun comes first.
Yeah,
You know, then it's descriptive.
yeah.
That's what I get confused.
Like I say, I just don't, I don't write when I'm teaching, though, that's,
Mm-hmm. Huh.
because,
Is it English then?
just talk, you know what? And I know that, you know, you guys wanna spell it out, and it's kinda different for me, because, you know,
Huh.
it's good that you guys wanna learn a little bit, you know.
Makhaja Oda.
Hmm. Okay, so now, how you gonna say this?
What is it?
Yeah, this prayer.
Wakan Tonga, Oshimana, Abanan, Pink, Umagia, Nakoni Yabi, Wachinga, Ina, Umagia.
Yeah.
Is it Omagia or Omagia?
Omangia, Omangia.
Omagia.
It, you know, it's just one person. Omangia be with the note, like if it's a group, Omangia be, you know, be asking a group of people to teach you, but Omangia, yeah, it's just, you know, one.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
similar. When they
Then
put plural,
Omangia,
yeah.
you know, because a lot of times, you know, this, if somebody's gonna help you, you say, if a group of people were gonna help you with something, they would say, ne Omangia. But if it's just one single, then it would say, Omangia,
Ah.
Omangia. So that's why, you know,
I don't think Tom Shaw went into that plural.
Yeah, he just wants y'all the same.
Yeah, he didn't go into that plural, but I understand that.
so now, okay, you guys learned that much, and so.
Phenomena.
Huh. Now I'm going to tell a Inkdomi story. Inkdomi, as you all know, was a legend. Kind of like Peter Pan, and he was a conniving individual. And he was always by himself, always hungry, finding some way to fool something or somebody to eat. So there he was again. He was coming by this lake. He was very hungry again. Here, he seen a flock of ducks in that lake. So he thought to himself, how am I going to get those ducks? I'm hungry. I need to get some of them. So he kept walking, and pretty soon this idea came into his head. I know. I'm going to put on a sundance by this lake. And I'll put the sundance on, and then I'll tell them while they're dancing, I'll tell them to close their eyes. While they're doing that, I will wring their necks off. So he built this lodge. And then he got it all ready, and he told those ducks, my brothers and sisters, come here, he said. No, we don't trust you. Get out of here. No, he said. You see what I built? He said, that's very holy, he said. You need to come over here, he said. Well, anyway, he finally talked them into going to that. He said, now, I want you guys to dance, he said, while I sing, he said. But the thing is, he said, you all have to close your eyes while you dance. And flap your wings hard. Your prayers will be answered. Reluctantly, they all went in there. He started singing. Pretty soon, he thought, now's the time. Keep your eyes closed, he told them. Singing and went around. He rung about, I don't know how many necks he stopped. Pretty soon, when they were just flapping around, he said, yeah, that's good. Flap your wings harder. He didn't know. Pretty soon, one duck opened his eyes. No, he said, Domi's killing us off. You guys better get away. So they all flew away. There were some of them that were still alive. So anyway, he cooked these ducks. And I think, I can't remember too much of this story, but this might be part of it, and I'm not sure. But anyway, he told, he was really full after he cooked all these ducks. So he said, there are still some left. So he told his unze, his hind end, he said, no. When you see something coming, coyotes or something, he said, you fart and wake me up. I'm going to take a nap. So he told him, yeah, I will. Well, he slept. Coyotes and all other animals came and ate up his food. So he woke up and he bawled his unze out. He said, you're supposed to let me know that, but there's always a moral to it too, and I can't remember what that is either too. So, there's another story, like I said, my dad used to tell me to record him, I didn't, but there's another story, it's kind of a short story, but it's got some Indian words in it. This guy was hungry walking, I think he was a warrior or something. He was very, very hungry, so I guess pretty soon he was at the point where he was starving, He was sitting there, and pretty soon he heard something singing, and he looked up, and this little we call it, a long time ago, my grandma used to say, wosakaka. What that meant was, what that was a little bag. There was dry meat, fat, and berries in this sack. That's what was dancing in front of us. But he thought, you know, he was so hungry, he thought he was maybe hallucinating or something. Pretty soon, he said, well, what is it he's saying anyway? Pretty soon he danced back again. And he said, oh, my youth. Oh, my youth, he said. Oh means shoot. And my youth means eat me. So that's what he was saying, you know. And so he shot him and he ate him. So that's why I said some of these stories are short too, you know, but they're kind of cute stories too, you know. So that was, you know.
Yeah, I have that one book with it, the old stories are in. I'll bring it one of these times. It's a yellow book.
Yeah.
George Shields. Dave did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see who else is in there. Oh, there's old stories. I'll bring it one of these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you know. Yeah, he was, I think my uncle, yeah, I got that book
Yep,
too.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
There's a lot of cute stories in that.
Is there,
all those old timers.
Cold water?
Yes, my mom had, I stole her collection of books, so I got a bunch of old books.
Yeah. That's a different boy.
Pick one in. Mini wash pick.
So after you folks learn how to pray, what else do you want to learn? No. This would probably take 1 or 2 more sessions to this prayer, depending on what you guys, how you want, you know.
Yep.
If it's gonna be a short prayer or if it's gonna, you know, whatever more you wanna add to it.
Introduction, how to introduce myself,
Yeah, okay.
and just like a basic, how are you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what I like to-
Okay, yeah.
Like, me, I consider my Indian name my first name, and my English name is just what they call me, but when I pray, I use my Indian name,
Yeah.
because that's the direction that
Yeah,
was given, when I was given my grandfather's name, and asked special blessings for his name, and so that's how I didn't know this until a few years ago when I became a man, I guess, in the Sundance. I kind of came to realize that my Indian name is my real name, and my English name is just what people call me. But if I'm introducing myself, or if I'm praying, I use my Indian name. And my English name is just what people call me. It's English. You know,
Yeah.
so I like to introduce
you know,
myself. Hello, my name is Bobtail Bear. Is that like that? Something like that. Because that's the Indian way. Is your English name is just kind of what they call you. Your Indian name is your first name, what the Creator knows you by. And so that should be your first name.
yeah, someday when you go on the other side, that's what you're gonna go by. That's what the Creator, you know, gonna know you by. And when you meet Him, you gotta have your Indian name and Assiniboine too. You have your pipe. Usually, when you know somebody passes on, you know, put a pipe. You gotta have moccasins because you're gonna travel, you know, and what we put in there too is a plate, a bowl, a cup, fork and spoon and knife. Because you know, when we have these ceremonial feasts, when we offer the food, that's what they use.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that, you know, and then when you meet the creator, you know, by the name, you know, he can know you by your name, and you get to offer this pipe to him. So does that make sense?
Huh.
That's what, you know, that's what we were taught, so, that, you know, whenever somebody in our family passes on, you know, that's what we do.
I kind of feel stupid for writing that down because that's something I'll always remember. What
Yeah.
you just said. You
Uh-huh.
know?
Yeah.
I mean, I just know to remember that writing down. Like that's something I'll always remember
Yeah,
just by hearing it. So
Yeah.
there ain't no need to write it down for me anyway. Because that's how I'm trying to learn. Is by,
yeah, exactly,
Because all this writing, everything is English.
Yeah, yeah, right.
And it's how, I don't know.
By writing it in English too, you remember it. If you was to write it in Indian, you'd probably say, well, let's see, what does this mean? You know, you'd be
We
asking
read it
me.
well.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Until you know the language good, then you know, it's different, you know. So,
I think you gotta think in that terms, right? When you're speaking it, think in a syllable. You can, whatever language you're trying to speak in that sense. Well, what helped me a lot is just kind of speaking words. That's what helped me.
Yeah.
And I got better and better, plus taking them college classes. I got kind of better and better. But
Yeah.
I used to get them mixed up, you know, the placement. But I know the noun's always first, then it's descriptive after that. Just like our prayer right here. The subject, noun, then it's descriptive after that. You know what you want.
I just know a lot of like random things, not anything.
yeah,
Like I know little phrases from singing. I know like family names.
Yeah.
Like Mahachunga
Ah.
Iagu.
Oh, yeah.
That song.
yeah, that took the shield.
Yeah. Like those songs like that is just. But I don't know how to introduce myself or how to pray. But I do know quite a bit of veteran songs and phrases and warrior songs and phrases and also some prayer songs
Yeah.
too. But like I said, I don't know how to pray. I don't speak the language. I sing a little bit. I know a little bit, but I would like to learn how to pray and learn how to formally introduce myself, I guess.
Yeah, you know, there's such a thing too as prayer songs. What's his name knows how to sing those? He's a 4-star.
Oh yeah, Bob.
Yeah, yeah. So, I think, I don't know if he teaches anything, you know, I'm not sure, you know. So, but there's such a thing as prayer songs, and he prays too, but he's singing well, you know.
Actually, I have songs too,
Yeah.
but they're in Cree.
Oh, okay.
And it's like no doubt we're not like it just means creator pity me.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
Yeah.
And but I know stuff like that, but I just don't know how to put it together into
Yeah.
and does Cree and Dakota, do you understand kind of
Yeah.
similar?
Little bit. I'm half Cree and I don't know how to talk Cree. My relatives get mad at me. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock here, so what else do you guys? I
think you should
learn
start.
one word.
Tell her, lady.
But very good.
You could say,
You wanna learn a word?
yeah.
Because he said the introduction and the prayer, probably, what? Maybe you should say something next and I'll go after you if you want to learn a certain word. You know, in that order. Okay, let me see. A word. I want to see. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Nephew and niece.
Okay.
Would nephew be Machukshina?
Yeah,
Machukshina.
yeah.
Nephew niece. Okay.
Yeah, Michukshina.
Michukshina or Michukshina?
Michukshina is nephew. Yeah.
Michukshina.
Mhm.
Yeah, Machukshina.
And Michukshina is niece. You got it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember it.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if I said it right.
Yeah, you did,
Because
yeah.
I seen it written down.
Michukshina and Michukshina.
Let's write it down.
Almost like a daughter, you know. Like Michung, she's daughter.
Huh.
Miching, she's son.
Ain't that kind of possessive when we say me?
No.
Am I?
Miching, no, but it's just a word. It's not, you know.
How about Matabush?
Mitabuch is
Yeah.
my grandchild.
My grandchild?
Yeah.
Now, what if they say,
If you're gonna say his grand, Nitabuch.
oh, me?
Nitabuch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
huh. Benamia.
Hmm.
You got it.
Okay, so I hope you folks learned a little bit here.
I got a phrase
I did.
Huh.
I learned a lot.
that I would like to learn.
Yeah.
With me, it's like, you better look out because we're coming fast. Telling people, you better look out because we're coming really fast. It would be for like a song.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick up the word look out.
Coming through.
Wait.
Something like
Get
that.
away.
Yeah, just something like that. But you guys get out
Yeah.
of the way because we're really coming.
You know, charging is anand, you know, but if you're coming fast, Nina wa you know. Oh Hadi. Hadi is look out. Hadi. Nina wa
Oh, Hardy, you know
Hadi,
what?
yeah, Hadi. Hadi means look out.
Haji.
Yeah. Hadi.
Hardy.
Hadi. No, so I would say it's
I'll step on it.
H-A-D-E-E. Hadi. Hadi.
Hardy.
Yeah. Nina, I'm coming fast. Nina wa Nina means hard. Wa'u means I'm coming.
Hardy.
You know, a man would say Hadi wo. Nina wa'u. No. But the man's phrase, Hadi wo.
Hardy. Whoa. Nina. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm coming in hard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I was thinking like
Yeah.
a fast song.
Yeah.
Maybe I better not. I didn't mean it to be that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I was thinking like some people like I was thinking of like, you know, people on horses really coming and then
Yeah.
everybody looks kind of like that
Yeah.
for like a really fast song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Video?
Okay.
Susie, get over there.
Well,
Susie.
I'm
Susie.
glad to be here. Like Wednesday, I'm going through a foot surgery, so hopefully I can
Tanga, Oshi, Mana, Amban, and Omagia.
Nakoshi,
Oh no, Nakon, Iabi, Wachinda, and Omagia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Just practice on it, and then, you
Practice,
know,
yeah,
if you
practice.
guys wanna add more to it next time, you know. we'll-
Sure.
And then ask Grandpa too, you know, maybe he can probably help you guys with that too. Maybe another phrase and
Shejatu Mapa, or man, I said,
what,
that word you taught me for it's like Jesus, the first, it's another entity that they use for prayer. You said there's the first child and like the Great Spirit.
oh, okay,
Shejatu Mapa, or man, that ain't.
you know how he said, yeah, I know what you mean, you know, but, I've always just used that word, Wakanda.
Well, he just added that.
Yeah.
I said, okay, and I wrote it down. He said, there's two other entities. There's the Great Spirit and the. Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you folks are here, cause, you know, this tells me that you guys wanna learn, so.
Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe one of these, I got a disc on my dad. He's talking, he's telling a story. At the same time, he's using sign language, so that's gonna help, you know. Because sometimes old people, you know, you gotta kind of use sign language to communicate with them, especially, you know, the real old people. And so it's good to learn that too. Yeah, so. Wendy Harris will come, so I come on Mondays. Yeah, so glad that you're all here. So
What's that?
learn what you learned, practice what you learned, and